screen recording with QuickTime and then editing in Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve, I easily spend 2 to 3 hours per video, and that completely kills my content consistency. I'm using Focusee lately, 30 to 60 minutes, and I maintain the same quality. And the truth is, I'm not a video editor, right? I'm a designer and a content creator, and I waste so much time with manual zooms, keyframes, overlaying the camera. It's too much effort. Here on Focusee, the zooms are automatic, it captures the shortcuts, it records everything all together. By the way, this video is kindly sponsored by Focusee, but the opinion is brutally mine. I'm going to give you my honest assessments, the limitations, and whether it's worth the investments for your workflow. But first, the test. When you start Focusee, you have these options. Either you can select full screen to record custom portion of your screen or a specific window that you want to screen record. Then you also have these device and tool options. You can select your camera, you can select what type of microphone you want to voice record, but also you can capture sound of your screen if you want. You also have this teleprompter option, which is pretty cool. For example, if you are sharing screen for a presentation and you are screen recording the presentation and you want to have script or a key outline for your flow during the presentation, this will appear in your screen, but just for you. It will not appear in the screen recording, so which is pretty handy when you are dealing with presentations. So next, let's go to the interface of Focusee. So this is the interface of Focusee, and it's pretty similar to other video editing tools interfaces. On the left-hand side, you have this toolbar with a lot of functionalities. Then in the middle, you have the screen recording preview. And here down below, you have your timeline with the clip that you screen recorded, but also this track which has already the zooms automatically generated by Focusee. And this is a real game changer to my workflow because it will automatically knows when I want to zoom in while I'm showing something. So in this case, I was clicking to add these products to the shopping cart or as a favorites, and it automatically generated the zoom here. So it's pretty cool. And since we are already talking in the zooms, if I click here in this zoom layer, if you look here on the left hand side, it changed to the zoom settings. So you can disable zoom, so it will disable this zoom specifically, but you can also increase or decrease the zoom level. And if you like, for example, that they were on 2x, now I'm on 3x, I want to apply to all zooms. As you can see, it will automatically apply to all zooms in the timeline. And if you want to see the complete timeline, you can click on this button and you can fit the screen to see all the timeline. But if you want to zoom in the timeline, you can use also these controls plus and less and minus to reduce or increase the size of the timeline. And this is pretty similar to other video editing tools. Then, if we go back to our tools panel, you see that in the first part, it's a video enhancement. You have here the canvas size, so you can select different canvas, but you also have the predefined template. So if you are doing something for TikTok, you can select TikTok and it already knows the proportion sizes for each. Since I'm doing a video for YouTube, I usually use this one, and then I adjust here some other functionality. So you have the padding, so you can increase or decrease the size of the screen recording you are displaying. Usually in my case, I reduce it a lot because I'm showing educational videos and I need my viewer to see everything in the screen. I usually reduce the padding, but I like to have these kind of backgrounds. If you see my past videos, I do this quite often. And in my case, this is pretty handy because I like to change the background from video to video to have this kind of branding across my brand. And yeah, so for example, if I increase the padding just for you to notice the backgrounds, you have here a set of backgrounds that you can use. You have the default, steady, graceful, scenery, so a lot. You can also add your own. As you can see, I added already my own background, which usually I use on my videos. Then I just do this. I don't use the inset, which is kind of this border. I don't use this one, but you can use it if you want to highlight sometimes your video. And I adjust also the roundness for the screen I'm recording, and I also add some subtle shadows to it. And this is in regards to my canvas. Then another important feature is this cursor style. So some of you might want to change the cursor, and this is pretty cool because you have some funny cursors here. Usually I use the default one because to me it's what it matters for my videos, and also the click effect. So this is really cool also because sometimes you ask to highlight my clicks, and I don't know how to do it on Premiere or DaVinci. I think you need to have some kind of plugins or effects. I don't know. So it's kind of hard to me, and here it's pretty easy because you just need to select which click effect you want, and bam, it's done. Then you have the animations. So I don't use this tab, but it's in regards to motion of your movements across your screen. So every time this cursor moves, you can have the movement fast or slow. So as you can see, it's slows. If I put it fast, you see that the movement is faster, and also the zoom ins and cursor motion blur. If it's to 0, it almost doesn't have any motion, and if you increase it to 100, it will have more motion. So this one, it will depend on your eye, it will depend on your ideas for your video. Another one, it's the camera. So this one I use a lot because I appear on my videos and I like to experiment with different templates. So right now I've been using this one. On Premiere, you needed to create a mask, then put it in the place you want. But here it's pretty simple. You just need to select which template, and then you click adjust layout, and you can move it to any place you want. You can apply it, and you can change the camera roundness also here. You can mirror the camera, and you also have these filters to apply to your video image. I know that it's not a lot because some of you wanted to add more colors. For that, you can use Premiere or DaVinci, which are more advanced for color editing. But here you have already these kind of filters, which I think it's pretty cool. If you have already a lighting in your studio or when you are recording, your lights are already cool. You don't need to do it more in details, so you can play around with these filters. And you can also add a camera frame if you want. Sometimes I want to highlight full screen, so like now, and if I want to zoom in my complete face, you have this add layout feature, and you have these settings, so the camera layout, full screen and default. And if I have this full screen, it adds to my timeline this new object here, which I can increase. And if I go here and put it play, it will increase to complete size. And right now I'm completely focused talking to you and not showing my screen. And this is also pretty relevant because I've done these cuts also on Premiere. And yeah, here it's pretty handy to do this. You just drag this effect to your timeline and it's done. Then you have the microphone audio, so you can enhance your volume. Usually I do this externally using AI to improve my audio quality. Then you have another one, shortcut keys. So let me fit the screen to see where in this video appears. So here on this part, as you can see, I have here shortcuts. They are appearing in the timeline. And if I put it play, you see that they are appearing here on this part of the screen. You can change the position. Let me put it in the center so that you can see it better. This is also very handy on my video tutorials because a lot of times I'm using shortcuts to do the tutorials, and sometimes in the comments you are asking me what was the shortcut doing in this moment, and it's pretty cool to have it. because otherwise on Premiere I needed also to create an asset externally, maybe on Photoshop, to do these kind of styles, and here it's already defined. So you have these styles here, you can change the colors, you can increase the size, you can reduce. Then you also have the captions, so you can generate captions. So I will click generate captions because I know that in this video I'm talking, because it's an educational video for my YouTube channel. And as you can see, it generates here the transcript. You can click and edit and it will appear directly in the screen. And you can also change the style bottom, the position bottom, middle or top, and the font size. Right now you can only have this style of subtitles or captions. You can increase the size, but you cannot change the font. You cannot, if you are using these for social media, you just have this style. You don't have those pop typographies that are funnier to use. I'm expecting that maybe in the future they will add more styles to it. I think it will be very cool if they add more styles so that we can use on templates like TikTok or Instagram, because these ones are kind of default or boring for using this as a social media post if you want to use fancy styles for typography. And let's go back to YouTube format. Then here you can also add a watermark. So if you want to promote your videos and need to have your logo on top of the video, you can upload here your logo and using it. If you go to your timeline, you have more functionality. So you have the layout here and it shows here the full screen that you are using, but you can blur stuff. So if I select the blur, you can see here that you have another track to add blur. And let me increase this so that you can see it. And what this does is to hide stuff in your screen. So sometimes you are sharing, screen recording some stuff, but you don't want to display everything. So if you add this blur, it will blur the image. And this one is also cool. So instead of blur, you want to spotlight something. So I want to have this spotlight effect on tomatoes. And you can edit the opacity, you can edit the roundness, and you can add the feathering. So maybe something like that. Mask opacity in maximum and make it so something like that. You see? And you can increase it. It's pretty easy to edit this part. Yeah, then you have the normal functionalities here. So if I want to crop some parts of, maybe I don't want to see this sidebar on my tutorial, I can crop it. So you can use the clip. So in this case, you need to have this timeline point selected so that you can clip your video. I will prefer to select this and directly crop in the timeline, but right now it's not possible. Maybe it could be an improvement to a functionality to have. I think it will be nice. Then let's say I'm satisfied with my end result. I can go here to export and I have different formats to export. Usually I select MP4, then the resolution 4K, frame rate 24, and quality higher, screen, the name example for tutorial, and I save it wherever I want on my desktop, for example, and I start exporting my video. Okay, so here's my honest verdict as a fellow designer. The good, massive time savings, professional output without advanced editing skills. It's perfect for tutorial content and client presentations, but also social media creation. The reality check: this isn't replacing Premiere or DaVinci for complex projects. It's about having the right tool for 80% of designer video needs. So my decision is I'm keeping it. The time it saves alone justify the cost for my content creation workflow. This systematic evaluation approach I'm applying it to more productivity tools that could help you designers adapt to the AI era. So I'm documenting this journey, the wins, the failures, the real ROI, because we're all figuring out this together. So what productivity challenges are you facing as a designer? What tools are you curious about? Drop them in the comments. I read every single one and they help me decide what to experiment next. If you want these insights delivery weekly, sign up for my newsletter, The Desk of a Dreamer. The link is in the description. It's where I share the unfiltered learnings from building a design career in the AI era. And remember, this video includes affiliate links, but these are tools I genuinely use and evaluate honestly. If you're a designer navigating in these AI transitions, subscribe. I'm documenting this journey and sharing what actually works versus what's just hype. We're all figuring this out together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.